So the Lakers faced off against the Utah Jazz tonight, guys, and they come out with the win, 125 to 140. Um, they absolutely crushed the Jazz in the second half of this game, guys. LeBron James did return tonight, guys. He made his season debut, his 23rd season, his historic 23rd season NBA debut. He did look good tonight, man, and he was not on the minutes restriction. He played 30 minutes tonight, so he did look pretty good tonight. He missed a couple free throws. That was really the only, like, if you want to nitpick, that was really like the only concerning thing. But overall, guys, the Lakers had a great team win, man. Luka Doncic was absolutely amazing. Austin Reaves had an insanely efficient night. DeAndre Ayton was a beast on the boards and just a beast in the paint in general. And the role players, they filled in when they had to. So this was a great team win, guys, and I'm extremely excited to see how this Lakers team continues to improve and implement LeBron James into this team with the more improved roster over last season. It just seemed like once he got a rhythm, he had 12 assists tonight. And it seemed like once he got a rhythm on where he wanted to attack and get to spots to get his teammates involved, it was nothing stopping him from doing that in the second half. In the fourth quarter, usually LeBron, the last couple of years, ever since he's joined LA, he's been one of the fourth quarter leading scorers in the NBA over the last couple of years. He wasn't aggressive trying to shoot the ball and score the ball at all tonight. And I think he understands since he's been out the last, few weeks or since the start of the season, how good of a duo, of a scoring duo, and just an overall great offensive duo Austin Reaves and Luka Doncic are. They both tonight, Luka had 37 points, Austin had 26 points, and both of those guys were efficient. Austin Reaves was extremely efficient from the field. And I felt like LeBron felt like he just needs to come in and just sprinkle in offense whenever he has to. I do think that he's going to start being more aggressive as he gets into a rhythm. And those are the things those are some of the things that stood out about LeBron James' return tonight. I'm going to talk about it a little bit more as we jump into the stats and things of that nature. But Utah did start the game off very hot. They were leading at halftime. Both teams had over 70 points, 70 plus points at halftime, and both teams were, I feel like the Lakers were playing some pretty decent defense on some of the Utah Jazz shots. They were just making some very tough shots. Keontae George was absolutely phenomenal for the Utah Jazz tonight. He was making some contested shots. He was making some long range threes. He was just making and taking some bad shots, and he was making them. And same thing with Lauri Markkanen. Lauri Markkanen is one of the more unique players that I've ever watched in the NBA. And when I say that, we've never really seen a lot of 7-foot movement shooters that score the ball the way he does. Usually there are a lot of there have been some 7-foot movement shooters, but they really just stay on the perimeter. Lauri Markkanen is good inside the paint as well. He finishes with the most feathery touch inside the paint as well, with the best of them. And the only thing that's really holding Markkanen back from being a perennial all-star is consistency and being on a bad Utah Jazz team. I think if you was to fill him in, and I know this is a Lakers video, but I just wanted to just, from what I've seen from Lauri Markkanen and what I've been seeing from him over the entire season, he's been on a tear, man. And coming into this game, he did have over 30 points again tonight. And at times, man, like, it just seemed like, some of the shots and some of the ways he's moving off the ball and backdoor cutting and coming around screens, his quick release. He's a very good player. And I like to watch Lauri Markkanen play basketball. It's very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's very fun to watch. And I want to give a major shout out to Lauri Markkanen. Even though this is a Lakers video and this is a Lakers channel, but him and Keontae George as a duo, as long as him and they are together in Utah, they need to build around those guys. And I think they'll be a perennial playoff team coming soon. So let's go ahead and hop into the stats right quick. And I wanted to, I'm sorry. Let me get that off the screen. Sorry. Been grinding Call of Duty Black Ops 7. So yeah, I just wanted to give a major shout out to those guys, man. But like I said, offensively in the first half, it was a high scoring game. It was a high scoring game, and the Lakers kind of just, they just imposed their will in the second half. Mainly like midway through the third quarter and over into the fourth quarter, Utah tried to start making a run at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and then LeBron just took over the ball. He was getting the ball. He was getting to certain spots. He just took over the game. He was getting the ball, going to certain spots, and just finding DeAndre Ayton, finding three-point shooters, finding cutters. It was just so fluid and so easy. The offense was so smooth, and every single bucket was so easy in the fourth quarter when LeBron, activated his, okay, I got to get active. It don't necessarily mean I got to score the ball. I just got to get us in scoring position. And when he got the guys in scoring position, they capitalized. So LeBron was good tonight, guys. He had 12 assists and he only had 1 turnover the entire night. This is his first game back. And you can still tell that he was a little rusty because of the free throw line. He was missing the free throws he was missing. They were short. And you can tell, like, he got to get his body into more, like, basketball shape and basketball rhythm. But DeAndre Ayton, once again, guys, 20 points, 14 rebounds, 10 of 13 from the field. He had a bunch of offensive rebounds. He went back up and did some putbacks. Jackson Hayes was very good tonight, too. I know he only had 8 points. But obviously, if you a Lakers fan, you understand that Jackson Hayes is not going to do a lot of scoring. In his 15 minutes, he was very impactful. And if you can keep that same type of production from your center position, from DeAndre Ayton, and then when Jackson Hayes comes into the game, he's impacting the game as well by getting offensive rebounds and hustle points, getting block shots, getting second chance points. These are the things that this Lakers team just did not have last year against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and that was the difference in the series, in my opinion. Rudy Gobert was absolutely killing his team because we didn't have a reliable center. Now, Jackson Hayes in a backup role, I think that's a much better position for him behind DeAndre Ayton, who's been very, very consistent throughout the whole entire season. So, shout out to those guys for sure. Luka Doncic is absolutely insane, guys. He is a human cheat code, if you ask me. Once he activates, there's no stopping him. There is no stopping him. Once Luka Doncic activates, there is no stopping him. The only way you can stop him is double teaming, getting the ball out of his hands, or him just completely just missing the shot. There is no one-on-one defense that can stop this man. And that showed again tonight. In the third quarter, or just the whole entire game, he activated in the third quarter especially. He went on like just an overall just great run. He was getting easy shots. He was making some tough threes. He got a couple steals in the third quarter, in the fourth quarter. So, huge shout out to Luka, man, and AR as well. AR had some questionable decisions tonight in fast break, and in fast break situations. He had some questionable decisions, in my opinion. 2 fast break, 2 different scenarios. The first one, there was a 2-on-1 with him and Luka. Luka had got a steal, threw Austin Reaves the ball. Instead of Austin Reaves just throwing it back to him right quick, he tried to go for a lob to Luka Doncic. What? Like, why are we throwing? I don't know why Austin felt like it was okay to throw a lob pass to Luka Doncic. Like he's athletic enough to be able to catch lobs on a 2-on-1. I'm not saying it's impossible, but that's not the best scenario. That's not even a 75% scenario that you would want to go in that situation. So that was very, very questionable to me. And in the second situation, I think it was in the second half, it was a 4-on-3, and Austin Reaves had the ball. He had the ball from the back court all the way to the dribbling into the front court. You got guys leaking out on the wings and one running down the middle of the court. I can't remember if it was Jackson Hayes or DeAndre Ayton. But instead of passing the ball early to somebody and trying to get something early out of the offense in transition, he decides to pull up for a 3 in transition. And at that time, we were down by 1 or 2, and we had the momentum. And I feel like that was one of those plays that could have really hurt the momentum of the game. Austin Reaves still played great. I'm just, pointing out these scenarios because we are recapping the game. But those are 2 of the scenarios that Austin, I was very questionable tonight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not here to nitpick Austin. It stood out to me because something that I've always harped about since Austin has become an important player in the Lakers rotation, his decision-making in transition sometimes is very, very questionable. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he overthinks. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like he can't be good in transition, but I just think like for a player of his caliber, who's an all-star caliber player, I would think that more often than not, some of those transition plays would be a little bit easier for him. But, that's something that I feel like a mental thing that he just needs to work out with himself. But overall, guys, this was a great win tonight. Key moment or key pointer in this game. Jared Vanderbilt did not get any minutes in tonight's game. He did not play at all. He did not touch the court. The rotation tonight was Jake LaRavia, Jackson Hayes, Marcus Smart, Gabe Vincent off the bench. Those were the 4 guys off the bench in actual meaningful minutes. And the starting 5 tonight was LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, DeAndre Ayton, Luka Doncic, and Austin Reaves. So basically, you have the same starting 5 as last season, but you just throw DeAndre Ayton in there instead. So I don't know if I completely agree with that starting lineup. I kind of want to see it play out a couple more games. I believe the Lakers don't play again until Sunday, so they got a long stretch before they play again. So that'll get some guys healthy. And obviously they won tonight in the blowout win, so some guys didn't have to play heavy minutes. But overall, guys, I think that this Lakers team is showing that they are a good team. I'm not gonna say they are a favorite, but I do think this is a contending roster. I think once everything gets to flowing correctly, I think you probably can make a few outside tweaks at the deadline, like trading for another defending a defender that can shoot the three. Those type of players are so hard to come by, but there are some guys that come to mind like Keon Ellis. I would love Keon Ellis on this team, man. Gabe Vincent came back tonight as well with LeBron, and he did hit a couple threes as well. If Gabe Vincent can continue to knock down threes, he can be valuable to his team. I know a lot of people do not like Gabe Vincent, but as long as Gabe can knock down the shots, he can be valuable to his team. You can't just sit players that are pesky on defense and can knock down a three-point shot. As long as he continues to do that, I think he will be in his rotation. So that was a decision tonight from JJ. I believe it was 9. He basically went 9 deep tonight. And Gabe Vincent, Jackson Hayes, Jake LaRavia, and Marcus Smart were the 4 players off the bench that played tonight. Jared Vanderbilt did not play tonight at all. So, Jared Vanderbilt has had his opportunity to play well over this few week stretch, and he's not been able to shoot the ball well from 3. And I just think that JJ just feels like he's a liability from the 3-point line. And teams, when he's in the game, and he's in the game with another center like DeAndre Ayton or Jackson Hayes, that is 2 players that you do not have to worry about shooting the ball. And that is making the offense way easier to guard when that is the case. When you have 2 non-3-point shooters on the court, it is going to be very, very hard to run efficient offense and get good shots. And I know JJ Redick understands that. And that's the reason why I think Jared Vanderbilt might be the odd man out. Unless there are players sitting out some nights, then he can get some minutes. But for the being a main rotation, I don't know. Maybe JJ Redick is maybe JJ has just made his decision. Or maybe it was just a matchup thing. But you guys let me know how you feel about this Lakers blowout win over the Utah Jazz in the comment section below, guys. Y'all be sure to drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel, man. I thank you guys so much for the recent support. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a great night. Peace.